This is a video for parents who are unfamiliar with our MFL courses but would like to use our free Key Stage 3 support with their children during school closures. Our courses for Key Stage 3 are Stimmt for German, Viva Segunda Edition for Spanish. You will also have access to Viva First Edition, but for the most up-to-date version, use the Segunda Edition, and Studio or Dynamo for French. Dynamo is our most recent Key Stage 3 French course, but the Year 9 books are not yet available online, so if you need Year 9, please use Studio. Our Key Stage 3 courses all have 3 levels, which are designed for use in Years 7, 8 and 9. So Viva 1, for example, is designed for Year 7 Spanish and assumes no prior knowledge. We offer 2 books for Year 9 and for French for Year 8 as well. The red version is more challenging, while the green version is more accessible. Our 3-book courses are designed so that you can progress to GCSE from Book 2 if, for example, a school is doing a 2-year Key Stage 3. The structure of all our books is quite similar. I'm going to talk you through Viva 1 Segunda Edition as an example. All our Key Stage 3 books are split into modules, which cover a topic. We would normally expect a school to take a half term to complete a module, and they would probably not be able to cover absolutely everything within it, but should prioritise the core spreads. I'll come back to what we mean by that. Modules start with a module opener quiz, which is a fun introduction to the topic. In Dynamo only, this is followed by 1 or 2 point de départ units, which recap language that students might know from Key Stage 2 or that they should know from earlier in the course. This is followed by the core units. They cover all 4 skills: reading, listening, speaking, and writing, and the exercise number icons indicate which skill is being practiced. The unit's objectives are given at the top, and usually one relates to the new vocabulary or topic, and the second relates to the new grammar or skill being taught. All key language, the language that we expect pupils to be able to use by the end of the unit, is given in orange boxes like these. It is introduced usually with a listening exercise to model pronunciation, and the unit then works through the 4 skills, finishing with a longer speaking or writing exercise. The key grammar point is given in a green box, like this one, and again will be practiced throughout the unit. Audio is available for all listening exercises. Simply click on the blue hotspot icon to open the audio player. This also contains a link to the transcript, which opens in a PDF. Each module has between 4 and 6 core units. These are the units in which the new vocabulary and grammar will be introduced. The units which follow this, including the skills units, do not introduce new language, so can be left out if time doesn't allow. This module has a writing skills spread, in which the exercises and skills boxes help students to develop specific writing skills while revising the language from the module. Following this, there is a summary page, which brings together everything a student should be able to do by the end of the module, followed by a revision page, which helps students to check their understanding of what they have covered. This is followed in Viva Segunda Edition by a spread like this one called Adelante, and in Dynamo by a spread called En Focus. They bring together the learning from the module with a focus on developing GCSE-style skills. Then there is a grammar spread, recapping and practicing the key grammar points from the module, and a vocabulary page summarising the key language learned in the module. Finally, some modules have a project spread at the end, again with no new language or grammar taught, but often with a strong cultural element. All the courses also have a self-access section at the back, in Spanish called Te Toca a Ti. There are 2 pages for each module. Page A is more accessible, page B is more challenging. These contain reading and writing exercises only and are designed for students to work through independently, making them particularly useful for current circumstances. At the back of the book is a reference section consisting of verb tables and a glossary. Finally, I just wanted to run you through the buttons at the bottom and the functionality for students. They can annotate their active books like this, make notes like this, zoom in and out like this, and to navigate, either open the contents list and click on the page required, or enter the page number into the box and click return.